Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we are on the main account and I'm really excited about this one because you know what? It's a pretty amazing one. It's a pretty amazing one and I'm, I was looking for a team like this one for quite a while for my main account. So I'm recording this during, the CVC because I'm away this weekend. By the time this video goes out, I should be somewhere in the UK. But the video today is going to be about my Hydra team, my fastest one-key nightmare Hydra that I have ever done so far. And I feel like this one's actually the most consistent one. With Hydra, it's a little bit tricky. And I guess hard to call a team 100% successful unless you have double Acrisias and madness like that. But let me call this team 99% successful, okay? Because some bad stuff can happen, but at the end of the day, it's really rare, and it's such a balanced team and such a crazy team that I just love it. I just love it. And the team that I'm talking about is the team that's formed from these people. Where are they? Okay, over here. So, Nekmosar, Sifi the Lost Sprite, Soulless, Michinaki, Supreme Gaelic, and Royal Guard. Obviously, I'm using the champions that I have, and one of the best champions that I have. And this is by no means a I mean, it is a guide. You can use this as a reference if you have all of these champions. But I guess this is more of a showcase. And honestly, I've been playing with this team for like a couple of weeks now. I'm not gonna lie, keep trying moving, some people in, some people out. I was basically trying to get my best of the best in one single team and see what I can do, and this was the result. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go through the presets with you, then I'm gonna play with the run. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because you know what? It went all the way, so it's a pretty long run because it went all the way, but the one key was extremely fast. The one key, the moment it hit the one key was extremely fast. So, I'm gonna cut through it and show you, bits and parts, beginning, when it hit the one key, and then towards the end. But let's go through the preset. So there's nothing too crazy going on here. Nekmosar, just straight up, he does whatever he wants to do. Sifi, I kind of like to prioritize her revive because so many times it's smarter that she uses the revive before the A2, because if she gets that double turn, you'd rather her revive the champion that's dead and then give that champion increased defense, increased speed, block debuffs, turn meter booster, all the other crazy stuff that this A2 does. Then Soulless, the way that I have him is, I have Soulless open with the A2 because this one's on a shorter cooldown, and the way that I start this run, you're gonna see is I start the run and I just click the Head of Decay and let it go from there. But, it can start, even if the Head of Decay is not in a starting rotation, it should still be fine, because as soon as this team starts going, it's, it's a fun one. Then for Michinaki, I make him prioritize the A3 first, the one that removes the buffs and puts the hex, and then the A2. The reason for this is Michinaki does not like to use his A3 if there's no buffs. That's what I've seen. If there's no buffs out there, he never uses this one. If you don't have the hex, then you don't activate his passive. That, gives him a 50% chance to join the attack, which is just crazy. The damage and his whole kit is just insane. Honestly, I'm happy I pulled what was it, almost 20 Sacreds, or the 20 Sacreds to get Michinaki. He's just a beast for Hydra. He's a beast for Hydra. I'm not regretting pulling for him. Then we have Supreme Gaelic that brings, all the best things in the world. I swear to God, Supreme Gaelic is just a unit. He's just a unit on his own. And it's all about that one skill. Not even gonna lie. Like, the other ones are nice as well, yeah, obviously, because they all work in good synergy. But it's all about him prioritizing this unreasoning outburst. AoE HP burn, AoE block buffs, AoE decrease speed. So he basically brings, at least these two, the top two debuffs that you kind of want for Hydra. He brings them all in one skill. This one's a bit conditional, but, with the way that Hydra works, and this team has so much turn manipulation, increased speed, that most of the time he's gonna land the decreased speed. Obviously, we have Nekmosar that does the same thing, but, it's pretty awesome. And he can smack, even though it's like, nothing too crazy. He can do some decent damage, especially with exploding the HP burns and all that. And then at the end, our trusty Royal Guard, which can be Royal Guard, can be a Husk, can be whatever. It's just, I don't know, I just like the Royal Guard in here. I just kept him, I guess because of the affinity it works, because you have one for the starting head, but this one I could swap and bring a Husk or keep him whatever I want, because I don't use his debuffs. So what I will be doing now is, like I said, I'm going to play the run, then we're going to come back at the end, we're going to discuss the damage. We're gonna show the builds and, you know, masteries and all the fun stuff. So see you in a bit. And we're back, guys. Look at this crazy damage. This, honestly, this is just insane. This is insane damage. And as you saw, we started hitting close to the turn limit. With a bit of good RNG, this could have gone even further. This is just, you know, mind-blowing to me. And I'm really happy that I managed to do this. Also, the really beautiful thing is, you know, 9 minutes in, we already hit the Wonky Nightmare. So I could have stopped it there if I wanted to, and that's it. But like I said, you know, it went all the way 29 minutes, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy, the amount of damage, and, you know, the good synergy that this team has overall, because teams in general for Hydra kind of have, like, you know, that 1-2 fail safes, you know, that DPS that, you know, kind of saves you, something happens and all that. Like, you know, for example, if there was an Acrisia in this team, you would see Acrisia 50 million, everybody else maybe like 10, 15. Whatever, something like that. So, you know, Acrisia is kind of fail-safe, but most of the time teams like these have a little bit of extra RNG if there's only one proper designated DPS, or if there's only two, you know, and too much support on the side. So what I was trying to do with this team is I was trying to bring 3 DPS minimum, but also cover all the roles that I need to cover for Hydra. Decrease speed, increase speed, block buffs, HP burn, leech, decrease attack, everything. Like, this team covers absolutely everything. Like, the only thing that we're kind of missing, I guess, is strengthen and maybe weaken, but it's definitely covers all the best ones. And as I mentioned about, you know, DPS champions and how it works, look at this. You have a really balanced, there's a balanced number between all 3 of these. So it doesn't matter which one of the people, if the DPSs will be eaten, there was always at least 2 more DPS on the side that can free them, alongside a Soulless that, you know, again can do damage, alongside an Egmothar that again can do damage. So this team is just crazy. I don't know, I'm in love with this team. Now let's have a look through the builds. Let me get all the people out. He's the last one that I had. So apart from Seifi, that's in an arena build, everybody else is kind of specifically built for Hydra. You know, my account is at that point where I can, you know, I can afford to do that. I have so many champions, I can afford to build somebody specifically for Hydra and just wreck it. So Seifi is just fast, nothing too crazy in protection, and these are her masteries. She has arena masteries. In a way, these are kind of helpful, especially this one, because, you know, every time somebody gets crit, there's a 50-50 chance she gains more turn meter. So, you know, the more turn meter manipulation, the better. Same thing with this one over here. So just pretty standard. Now then, the next thing is something that I just changed in order to, and I saw a massive difference, and that's Nekmothar. If you remember, if you've seen my previous videos, I always had Nekmothar in a provoke as a backup for my, you know, Soulless or for my Bival, whoever was in the team with him. However, the best set for Nekmothar, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, is actually Relentless, because you want him to go as often as possible so he keeps boosting that turn meter. Like, this team has 30% turn meter boost from Nekmothar plus the 10% boost from Seifi. So you've seen how fast we're going, you see how often we are going. That's the power of turn meter boost, of increased speed, and of decreased speed. We're getting so many turns in there that's why the damage output is so high and it's so fast. So that's why all of this happened. So as I said, I changed my Nekmothar. I have him in the Relentless. He's pretty fast. 100% crit rate, you know, don't build it for damage. I just give him 100% crit rate, survivable, and then with accuracy to land his debuffs. These are his masteries. Again, as I mentioned, with War Master, because you saw he did 11 million damage. With War Master, with the Brimstone, he actually, you know, helped. Not only did he bring the utility, but he brought the damage. And these are obviously all the masteries for him. Then the next one is, honestly, one of my favorite champions in the game right now. Like, Supreme Gaelic is a monster for Hydra. I already made a designated video for him where I called him a Hydra god, and this just proved again. You saw how much damage he did, and also, like I said, he brings utility, decreased speed, block buffs, HP burn. This one, Poison Explosion, his passive that, you know, can fully heal himself and cleanse the Fear Truth here. So he's pretty crazy. And the way that I have him built is I have him built in a reflex with, honestly, I built him to survive, because he doesn't do, I mean, he could do raw damage, but for this type of team, I kind of want him to survive. The only thing that I gave him that, you know, shows this little bit of damage is the crit damage refresh amulet. That's, you know, it was a refresh amulet to add crit damage, and it had some accuracy, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use it. Everything else is, let's see, HP percent, defense percent, you know. No, I don't even have crit rate or crit damage. Everything else came from the substats and got into the 19% crit rate that he needs. Because every skill has like extra 10% chance to crit, so you don't need more than that. These are the masteries that I have on him. Like, maybe over here I could have, I don't know what else I could have gotten here. But, you know, again, the usual stuff, War Master plus the support side for the debuffs. And, you know, I just love Supreme Gaelic. He's so good. He's so good. Now, the next one is Solus. Solus is kind of like in the same build that I had him a while back in my previous teams. He's my provoker with some damage, but he's in Relentless, you know. You can use Relentless or Reflex if you're trying to, you know, to build the same thing. I guess they're kind of the same. It just depends on the RNG, but you know, the Relentless, if it procs several times for him, that can be awesome because he brings provoke, and the other thing that's again really awesome about him is he has the debuff extension on this A3. So basically, what he can do is every time he comes back to his A3, he can extend the debuffs that we place with all of the other ones. You know, Leech, decrease attack, decrease speed. So at some points you saw during the round there were like some debuffs for 10 turns on, which is, you know, that's crazy. Again, these are the masteries for Solus. Honestly, these masteries I haven't changed since, I don't know, it's been a while. And actually I think no, I built them specifically with these ones because he does not benefit from the support tree. Because, you know, he has provokes, there's nothing that you can extend from this, so might as well take him down the defense tree. I should finish his masteries one day and just grab this deterrence. Then Michinaki, one of the newest additions, I have it actually. They show the stats. Let me see. Yeah, the stats for Solus. You know, not the fastest, still built with some damage and some survivability. So, you know, enough accuracy again to land his stuff. But then there's Michinaki. Michinaki is actually a good candidate if you need a backup provoker for a provoke set. The reason for this, guys, and that's what I noticed, and it makes a lot of sense, is because of this passive. First of all, whenever Nile attacks enemy under Hex, has a 50% chance to team up. So he has a chance to keep going and keep attacking the Head of Decay. But at the same time, AoE over here, AoE over here. So, you know, I moved him from Nekmosar that has AoE on all of his skills onto Michinaki that has double AoEs on his A3 and his A2. But they're both on a 3-turn cooldown. So, you know, he comes back to them pretty often. Especially with, like I said, all that Terminator boost going on and the increased speed and all the crazy stuff. He's just a unit of himself as well. Like, again, I'm really happy I went for him. Same thing with Supreme Gaelic. I'm really happy that I won my champion chase group then to get him. That's awesome. Yeah, this is Michinaki's build. Again, not the fastest speed, so I don't care about getting 280, 300 crazy speed because I have so much Terminator boost and increased speed going on that I don't need to be that high, you know. I already have the lead from Nekmothar, plus the increased speed from him, plus the boost from him, plus the boost from Sifi. I can get away with, like, you know, the 210, 220, 240 max speed, stuff like that, you know. Again, with him, I built him to basically do damage with enough accuracy because he's defense-based. He's gonna survive as well. So building him for damage actually gave him some good survivability. So that's why he's also amazing for Hydra. He can soak up those hits and he, you know, barely dies. Like you saw, I think he never even died during this run. I think it's only Supreme Gaelic and Royal Guard that died. But yeah, let me show you the masteries for him. Obviously, masteries for him, we want support tree because he has a ton of debuffs that he places. So you want to extend them, high chance to land them, and all that good stuff. And then the last one is just good old Royal Guard in a reflex set with damage. That's all that I have. 200 speed, some crit damage, some attack, and basic masteries. So these are the builds. I know, guys, this is a little bit of a longer one, but, you know, it was a pretty awesome team that I had to share. I had to share with you, and I really love it. And this is going to be my nightmare team from now on. And the thing with this one is, the reason why it's so good is kind of like, it has the best of the best. Basically, it has the best of the best from my account that cover all the roles that I need, and like they double up on the roles. You know, I have 2 people that do decrease speed. I have 2 people that do decrease attack. I only have 1 person that does decrease defense in Michinaki. I have 2 people that do increase speed, you know, so it's like I cover absolutely everything several times with some of these ones, and I do a ton of damage. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed building this team. I'm really loving this team. I'm looking forward to replaying it. I've only run it like on 2 rotations, this one and one before. But honestly, the way it looks, it's gonna easily be working on all affinities because, you know, there's void, there's like half void champions, so I shouldn't have that much of a struggle. Obviously RNG can happen, but I'm expecting 99% of the time this seemed to be full auto. But yeah, anyway, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you did enjoy my content, as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye guys.